You step away. You know you don't have to make that thing go off every time. There you go. You can play with the flashlights, you can play with the spirit balls, you can play with anything. That REM pod just gets a little annoying. Alright. Welcome in. I'm going to try using this thing without the filter on it, so let me know how it sounds. Sound okay? Hope you guys are doing okay. Put this over here a little bit. I like that it has a little bit of light in the background too. No, with my stupid tag still on. That was me. But it's just as easy for them to turn on. They're not so bright. Y'all waiting for people to come in, ain't you? So yeah, I heard something about poltergeist earlier, and nope, we ain't dealing with no poltergeist type stuff. Nothing like that. Yeah, literally, I heard poltergeist, and I'm like, no, we ain't having nothing like that. And I'm like, nah. Can you hear me okay, Carrie? I took the little cover off my microphone, so hopefully you can hear me better with it this way than the other way. Because I ended up taking off that little fluffy thing. You know what I'm talking about? This thing here. Got rid of Mr. Fluffy. I figured I might as well just use my hardwired to fluff exactly. Uh, I figured I'd just use my hardwired. That way, it's just easier. Because it seems like they enjoy draining the batteries in my other microphones. Because I should shut them off and not have them be dead the next day. I mean, I'll use them again, but it might be a little while because we have something here that likes to drain energy. Is there something here that likes to drain energy? Do you like sucking the battery out of everything? Hopefully, we get some people coming in. Maybe we can do some readings. I I would like to do some readings, but I'm only doing paid readings. Because my time is valuable. I hope it would be cool. Yeah, my idea is like, so if you're like a mod in here, you get a percent of everything that I make because it would help everybody. You know what I mean? I always believed in people doing right for me to reward them back. So yeah, if you haven't a way to get paid, Carrie, you need to set one up because when I start getting paid for my readings and stuff, I'll also be giving a percent to you. Well, I enjoy you being my mod and I enjoy you being here. So yeah, if I'm like, oh well, I'm gonna give her 10 or 15 bucks off of a reading, that's what I'm gonna do. Well, I appreciate you being here. Really, I do. And I think that's a big way of showing appreciation is to reward my mods as well. Because it wouldn't, without you guys, I mean, you know, it would be almost impossible. Well, I'll save it until you do. I wonder where John is. I'd like to see if John comes in. Unknown. John, are you here? Are you peeking? Anybody else started on their Thanksgiving stuff yet? No. The spirits are like, we have. They're like, we're hungry. And I know there's somebody here that is literally just like, just watching. Brian, do what? Yep, my niece is watching the live. Yep, I know. I'm back, aren't I? So anyone wondering, I do protect myself. I've been doing this for quite a while now, so nobody has to be worried or anything like that. There are some things I'm going to be trying. I'm going to try to get marbles, um, see if they'll roll across the desk, things like that. So it'll be pretty cool. Can you make that go off again? There you go. Thank you. I got another flashlight I'm going to set up um, because they love the flashlight. So I want to make sure that they have plenty of flashlights to use. This is what I do. This is what I enjoy doing, and this is who I am. So this is what I'm going to continue doing. There you go. Can you shut that flashlight off? Give me a minute to shut it off because I know you can. Yeah, you can bring them in. Are you not able to turn that light off? Do I have it set too far? I don't think I do. Okay, you can shut that light off now. Make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe if you haven't already. Hi Trip, how are you? You doing all right? I'm being told you're doing good. Good, good, good. Yeah, I know you're trying to turn that flashlight out. Go ahead. You can turn it off. Yeah, come in. Thank you. No, thank you. Those were really good. Trip says, hello, spirit. So what's kind of interesting is like my family knows how I am, and I don't know. Sometimes I get like an odd sense that they know about it, but yet it's not really that big of a deal. And both carries, make sure that you hit that like button, double tap that screen. Your girlfriend won't even listen. That's probably why I'm single. I just seen a shadow to the right of me by the door. Are you confirming that? I just saw a shadow. Yeah, I heard. Yes, you did. Old new girlfriend. Hmm. I keep forgetting this is the weekend. So the spirits ended up changing this light. Again, it was on blue. Now it is on green. This one right here, the one where you see my little finger moving. Yep, they changed it. Yeah, you did do good on the cookies. Thank you. Those were incredible. Awesome job, Carrie. Okay, they're not playing with this one for some reason. I know. Step away. Step away. They don't like when I move anything in here. I've noticed they don't like when I touch things. Sugar cookies, yeah, them are good too. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, I already told my niece not to ever do this. It can be bad. Um, can open her up to things. Told her to be very careful. Don't ever do it. It's just um, leave it to the people that know what they're doing. Them are really good. Ain't gonna lie. I am going to See this green light over here? That was on blue earlier. That should not have. Maybe they like the color green. Can you step away from it? It was on that color earlier, and then I came back in the room and it was on green. So I'm thinking that they keep changing the color when I'm out of the room. Strobing, yeah, it can do that. I have a lot of powerful energy around. There are spirits that are very powerful. They like to let everybody know that. Yeah, it was green earlier, Terry. It was like a lime green, and I look at that. Okay, so I think the spirit just likes green. Do you want me to put it back on green? You keep changing it somehow. It's a click button too. So it's got to be literally physically touched to change. Do you want it back on green? Okay, I'll put it back on green. There you go. You like that? It's green now. Have you been playing with my microphones in my room? Have you been making them go dead? Because my microphones have been going dead. They're draining that flashlight. Thank you, Carrie. I appreciate that. Both of you, actually. Mike, are you here? I know you're here. You can light something up. There you go. Perfect. Do you ever ask, or do you ever check up on your kids? No, I'm talking about my uncle. What is that banging noise? It's probably the cats. right back, guys. Things will probably go crazy since they know I'm leaving. Like that. So I went out to the garage to get something to drink, and I walked out there in the freaking shop. The light in the garage started flickering. Do you know that I'm back now? Oh, you can see me? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, don't be creeped out by it. It's just the way it is. That's why I'm different. That's why I'm different than most people. What does the different colors mean when it goes to green and red? So what that does is it just depends on how close the spirits are to the actual antenna. Sometimes it'll go to green, sometimes it'll go to red, sometimes it'll pick up like temperature changes. That's when the red light in center, or it'll flash. It's picking up different temperatures, like a big temperature fluctuation. And these are all tools that paranormal investigators use on ghost hunting. Um, I did that for a while. I still do it. I mean, a lot of times I leave it on now for, people to see the interaction and, verifying spirits are here. If I ask a question, they can set something off, anything like that. So I'll show you when they back away what I'm talking about, like how close they have to be. So my hand is pretty close to it, right? It's got to be literally right, almost by the antenna for them to set it off. So when they're getting that close, they're going by the antenna. Yep, I was just showing them. Yeah, she's always here, Carrie. Then we have some family members that just come in and then they communicate and then they talk. And that K2 also picks up the energy in the room. That's what that is here. And you said honey, so yeah, she's around. She's here. So there's two of them in the house. I'm not going to mention names, but you already know one of them, and I don't want to say the other one. Um, so yeah, let's just keep it that way. If you feel like they're here, they're here. Let's okay. Just kind of keep that in the back of your mind. If you feel like they're here, they're here. Sometimes you'll get like a cold chill. Um, you'll smell things. You'll hear things. You'll hear talking without anybody being um, around, but it's a good thing. It's like I said the other day to you, Carrie, about how energetic this house is, but it's a good energetic. There's no negativity that is hanging around, and they're verifying that. The family members are keeping this house very cleansed, so that's good. I think they're agreeing. So is there a spirit draining this battery right here in the flashlight? Because if you notice, they haven't touched the other flashlight since I put that one on. And then now that that battery is going dead, you can tell by the light. Yeah, it sounds like water droplets. I'm going to turn that REM pod off because it's starting to get annoying. But that's what that does. That high pitched sound, that's what that'll do. Is it depends on how close they are, but you'll still be able to tell that they're here because this light over here will blink really bright. It'll blink different colors. It works the same as this thing, but it doesn't have sound. I've never been good with high pitched noises anyway. So I want to turn this on green, but turn it down so we can see some shadows if we can see them in here. You should be able to see them. But like I said, it's nothing to be scared about, Carrie. But I don't recommend you doing this if you want to go ghost hunting or something. Um, take it outside because people are right. You can actually invite things into your house that won't leave. But like I said, I've been doing this so many years now that I know what I'm doing. Oh, there goes that flashlight coming on. And I heard, why did you take our round device away? I literally heard that. I was like, why did you turn it off? I'll put this back over here because I know that's usually where we get the highest EMF spikes. Uh-huh. With the pipe, it sounds like mice like running over a pipe. To me, it doesn't sound like that. To me, it sounds like water droplets. Um, but it's kind of weird because there should be no water going over there. But I'll hear it. It'll be like tap, tap, tap. Like I'll be laying in bed and you'll just hear like tap, tap, but it sounds like water. It's really weird. Yep, look at that flashlight. It's already almost dead, guys. Isn't that unbelievable? I just put batteries in that light. Yep, usually like the chills or anything like that, that is like a hug, a spirit giving you a hug. Nothing to be afraid of. Yep, dress a little bit warmer. You know, the funny thing is, though, if you would have asked me about spirits and all that a long time ago, I would have looked at you like you were crazy. But ever since I've opened up and I became the way that I am, it's just like you have to believe in you have to believe it. I mean, once you see something for your own eyes and you hear things with your own eyes, you believe it. I would have looked at you literally, Trip. If you would have said something about spirits a long time ago, I would have looked at you like, man, you lost your freaking mind, bro. Like, but now it's like you say something about spirits, I'll be like, yep, yep, I already know about that. Let's see if I can give them a little bit of energy in here. So we got that back up there. Ew, I like that anyways. It looks pretty cool. Yeah, let's not talk about that old house, Carrie, okay? Some things are better left to be in the past than to be bringing that up because that house harbored a lot of negative energy, and I don't want to read into it. That house, yes, I heard trains. I've heard, and there was no trains or nothing even nearby. Um, yeah, we'll just leave that because there was a lot of negativity in that house that does not need to follow us. I was actually doing lives in that house, and people were like, "Do you hear that train?" I'm like, "Yeah, I hear the train, but there's no train outside." So they know what we're talking about, Gary. Did you have a witch club like that? Yeah, this just gives them energy. Like anytime they want to touch it, it gives them energy to they'll be able to manipulate it and get the energy they need off of it. So that's pretty cool. I'm going to change this color because I want to see if they will change the color again. Put it on blue. We'll see if they change the color again because they were putting it on green. Yep, it's basically what that is, Carrie. It's a plasma. But yeah, I agree. It reminds you of like how your brain works and things like that. She's doing great, Carrie. And yes, she does come and check on you. My nerves. Oh, Tripper, your nerves all over the place, brother. You be all right. You got this. Yeah, we're getting a little steady stream of. There we go. Move it away a little bit. She sees everything. She sees everything. She knows everything. That's the awesome part about when you do transition over and you pass away. You get the knowledge about things that, let's just say that the spirits know more about you than what you know of yourself. Carrie, my mod, um, remember this name. I'm gonna type it in chat. Okay, Carrie? Carrie Z. Remember this name. Alright. Because when I'm channeling the other Amy, I'm also getting the name Amy Fisher that comes up a lot. So we're gonna need to maybe investigate something about that and see what's going on. But the next one we're gonna be doing is Sebastian Rogers. Amy Fisher has been coming up a lot. I'm not quite sure why, but every time I go to channel Amy, the last name Fisher comes up. So, Carrie, if you know anything about this, let me know. Um, that's to my niece. So, hmm. But yeah, she's coming up a lot. Trying to figure out why she's coming up, but every time I go to do a channel, like I said, or to ask questions about Amy, um, the last name Fisher just comes up. So, who does it sound like, or who is it to you, Tripwire? There's definitely like a connection, but I'm trying to figure out where it's coming from because I keep hearing, like I said, I keep hearing that name. Okay. If she does, she's not disclosing any of that information. It's just her name that keeps popping up. So I know the spirit of Amy Fisher, a spirit of Amy Fisher is trying to communicate, but I've got other things on my plate right now. Is it the actress? I have no idea. Like, she's not really telling me anything. She just says, "My name is Amy Fisher and I'm here. I'm ready to communicate." Is there an actress named Amy Fisher that's passed away? No, Carrie, this has nothing to do with you, hon. The spirits I talk to come all over the world. They're not just related to you. They're not, you know what I mean? It has no relevance for you at all. These spirits, they come because they see me as being like a beacon of light that they can talk to and they can communicate to. It's not just family members I talk to. It's not, it's everybody. It's all the spirits that want to communicate. You did go to school with one? Okay. It could be definitely for you, Trip. All I'm being told is I'm okay. That's the only thing I'm being told. There is no more about it. There was just, it's Amy Fisher. I'm okay. Um, don't worry about me. I'm going to let things go. So, yeah. Is your fan on? It could just be the movement of the fan blowing it around. I wouldn't put too much mind to it. Is there a Daniel Rogers around? I don't feel any kind of Daniel Rogers around at all, so I'm not getting I'm not getting that name. So you can ask a question about somebody, and if they aren't around, they know that they still are being trying to be communicated with. So just give it time. He, he could be like, "Hey, man, I'm here. Like this is what I gotta say." So just because they don't come through right now doesn't mean that they won't come through. Killed in a car wreck after we graduated. Okay. No, I don't think so, but I know one was in prison for something a few years ago. I might have, and still is. Yeah, I have to talk with someone else about the Fisher name, see what is going on there. Um, let's see if I can get any input from her. Yeah, it's really weird trip. Like sometimes nothing will come through, and then all of a sudden, hey man, like I am here. Like let's let's talk. Let's figure this all out. You know what I mean? So just because I'm not picking up nothing right now doesn't mean that it will not happen later. No, I don't think it has anything to do with any of your friends, Carrie. I'm kind of picking up that she is like in her mid 40s. Well, Carrie, and like I said, I am able to communicate with with people that are alive yet too. I'm able to see what they're doing. Like, um, it's kind of different. Like I'm able to speak with the living and the dead. But the living don't really speak back. The dead speak back, but I can pick up on the living as well, if that makes any sense. Yep. The spirits can talk about like somebody that's living, and then I can pick up information on them directly. Like if they, but the spirits have to come through and be like, hey, you need to make sure such and such is doing good, see what's going on with them. And I'll be like, oh, well, let me give that person a call. And usually when I call or, check up on somebody, they're like, things aren't going so great. So can you drain my battery out of this flashlight? I heard I did. And guys, guess what? Look at this. And before I even checked it, I heard I did. And these are brand new batteries in this flashlight. Amy Lynn Fisher. That's funny because I was getting the name Amy Lynn, but it wasn't to the person that we were looking for. So yes, Tripwire, you picked up on that. Good job on that because I was getting the same name as Amy Lynn Fisher. So that goes to verify right there that I was correct on that name. And then I got told something too about Johnny. Um, so she was bringing up Johnny's name. Carrie, that's something I'm working on right now. Um, I'm not going to go into great detail about it until I figure some other things out, okay? I already know a lot of what happened, but there's some things you're so young, I don't want to talk about them. I still got to protect you as well, okay? Protecting you and the family is what is more important to me than you see what I'm saying? I know this is going to. All right, Carrie. Pepper needs out. Um, yeah, like I said, I mean, you're just at that age to where I don't really want to get you involved with anything I don't want you to do this. I don't, you know what I mean? Like, I don't mind you being here in the lives and stuff, but I will do everything to protect you from being um, absorbed into this. Let me put it that way. It's like Tishi said tonight. This can be very dangerous if you don't know what you're doing. You know what I mean? I think there's ibuprofen out on the counter. I think I seen it today in the kitchen. Love you too. You have a good night, Carrie. I'll see you in the morning. Well, maybe not. It's the weekend, but I got to be up in the morning and go to work. But I love you too. Have a good night. You happy to have your flashlight back? It's got batteries. She's my niece, Strip. Carrie's my mod. Now, Carrie is my niece. Yeah. Yep. She usually listens to her Uncle Brian. I ain't gonna lie. Flashlight come back on. You got any you got any big plans for tomorrow trip? Your pillow. Where's your pillow at? It's not in my room. What are you doing tomorrow, Trip? Yeah, come on in here and get it. I didn't even remember you giving me that. Which one is it? This one? Thank you. Yeah, it did. I needed it. It helped out a lot. I put my I put that heating blanket on my back and uh, wrapped it around that pillow and put it on my back. It helped out a lot. Yep. Not really. I'm not fond of. Mhm. You got a headache? Go check. Did you check that cabinet? The one, the one as you walk in the kitchen should be on the top. Yeah. It's probably because you're not getting no sleep. And I'm telling well, you need, yeah, but you need more sleep because like some of the mornings when you're up pretty late, it affects your body. So you need to kind of regulate your sleep. Yeah. Okay. Have a good night. I love you. Love you too. Yep. Sleep and hydrate. That's a problem. A lot of these kids these days, they don't get enough sleep. They're always on their electronic stuff, and you know, got to balance it out. Huh? Found it. Okay. So yeah, it was pretty interesting hearing about like all the hearing about all the um, boy, well, mine just went blank, yo. Oh, the poltergeist stuff. I think that is kind of weird that I heard poltergeist earlier, and then the light changed on here, went to green, and then the battery draining, and I mean everything. But yes, Carrie, remember that name, Amy Lynn Fisher, because I believe that that is a spirit that has been trying to come through. Alright, should thank you for that. Yeah, I didn't know whether to believe it or not because I know we were talking about the other Amy girl, but and there's a reason I'm not saying the last name around my niece. So, um, yeah, we'll just keep it that at that point. But there's a reason why this other girl is coming around. It's there. Laugh out loud. I did Google it, but we'll look more later. Yeah, that's fine. I just I don't know why she's been so adamant about coming through, but she has. She's been very like, I need to talk, and there's just already so much energy, and with the other Amy girl that's missing, I'm trying to work on that, and Sebastian's been kind of coming through, and I'm trying to split things up. I'm gonna Google that too because I want to see the face of this girl because, like I said, there's reasons why she's trying to come through so strong. Oh, oh my God! Here's one, and this girl has came through. I've seen her before. Amy Lynn Fisher, October 27, 1982 to June 25th, 2024. I've seen her, and I'm being told, yes, you have. Hmm, something weird about that. That girl, I've seen her before. Astoria, Oregon. Amy Lynn Fisher obituary. 1981 to 2025. Amy was born in Northern California, moving to the Oregon coast at 5. She went to Cannon Beach Elementary, Broadway Middle School, Seaside, and graduated scholarship. Okay, so the one that has blonde hair is the one that I saw. The one with her man next to her. Um, Yep, I was right. Wow, look at that. Amy Lynn Fisher, age 41. Remember, I said she's in her 40s. That's freaking nuts. Do y'all remember when I said she's in her 40s? She's coming through for a reason, so I will be doing something on her. Just keep that name down for me, Carrie. I don't want to have it in my room because that'll just add more energy in here. That's so wicked. I got chills. That's the same girl that I was seeing too. Wow. Hmm. You see how I'm picking this stuff up out of the blue? I mean, out of nothing, out of absolutely nothing. Pace yourself. Okay, good. Yep, both flashlights coming on now. Well, Amy Lynn Fisher, um, I will look and see what happened with you, and then I will see if anything needs to go on further. But something is definitely off with that because that should not have been coming through along with that other Amy girl that we've been working on. Thank you, Tripwire, as well. And what's funny too is I knew that there was somebody watching the stream that was just kind of like not saying anything, and then finding out that it was my niece. Did you guys like that? I was like, Carrie. I knew you were watching me. I was like, I knew it, and I did because when I walked out there, she had my live on the TV. I was like, I knew somebody was watching me. Was you picking up on that one? Yeah, I kind of was too. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, something's off here. Somebody's watching me, and I have a funny feeling. I know who it was, so it was kind of funny. Did you notice how quiet it's gotten after I brought up that Amy Lim Fisher? Did y'all just see that orb go right into that flashlight? It literally shot directly in like this. That's funny. I know you're in the flashlight. I just got chills, like legit chills. That is weird how it just went directly straight into that light. That the front of that flashlight. That was amazing. I don't think I've ever saw that with my own eyes. I've never seen an orb physically go into something. Now that's 100% proof right there that they affect devices. It's 100% proof. That's freaking nuts. I've never seen that before, ever. And now they're trying to kill the battery. All right, well, I'm going to get off of here for the evening. I will talk to everybody later. Thank you for coming in. Make sure that you hit that like button if you did. Talk to you guys later. Peace out and have a good night. Remember, you've seen it on Seen from Within. And they're just saying goodbye. Good night, Carrie. I'll message you. Good night, Trip. Have a good night.